Good morning. You know what I mean? Thanking God to see another day. Breathe a little bit. Uh, Rehashing. Some of y'all can't take the blueprint. It look too fast. But I want to know why they got so many norths. Magnetic north, geographical north. People are giving you and speaking for your God. You get on here and act a fool and all that. But you content with thinking you know how the sun got. God can't even talk to them. So now they talk to him. Now they talk to you for him. See, he right there. I just got through looking at him. I was looking at him. He had a building had for a block. There was another little height on the surface of a building, extra little building on top of it. Had this sun half block. Can't see but half the sun, but the rings coming off of it, full rings before they get to my face. I said, that's the only magic abracadabra I want to deal with. I've been told y'all that. How these rings penetrate through all this stuff? Man, that's a beam for your ass. That's a radiant for your ass. Just saying. So how they got so many north, bro? See, this shit finna get so wicked now. To the point I can't be screaming. I gotta make sure that ain't nowhere in the world these people can't understand what I'm saying. I ask God for two things. I don't be begging for no blessings. I get up and dust myself off when I fall. You feel me? That's what he gave me: arm, leg, strength, mental capacity. That's what he gave me all that for. Don't question who I supposed to question. You? No, I'm supposed to question my master. The one who gave me life. All that trickery. But it's your material though. It's your works. It's your material. Cause these little tails, the tails, the mound, the difference between a tail and a mound is it just years and years of compiled stuff on top of each other. So they went right up in the tails, the mounds, and got these tablets after they came down to the tropical areas and killed as many Negroes as they could. See, I don't tell stories, I tell. After they came down, Jacob's esoteric letter out of those mountains and targeted all the earthworks that were already here and built by melanated people in tropical areas in the path of the sun, where the sun dwells on the so-called imaginary equator. These are the equatorial regions where melanated people walked on this earth and did great things and was the jewels of God. And God was the sun. That's who your God is. But anyway, back to Noah. I told y'all, the United States of America is considered to be the belly of the beast because you have been usurped and considered to be the property of North. North stops at the Canadian borderline. The United States of America is on the Western Plateau. This is the West. It borders Idaho, Montana, Maine. That line, that little line I created right there. Oh, it's for real. Because we're not north. The sun don't even shine north. Canada consider themselves to be, I took this, you said it right there, you can't see it down there, but it said, yeah, this their national anthem. They tell you that they're true north. They call themselves true north. That's what I came to say. That's all I really wanted to say. They're true north, and you're not north. You sit on the Western Plateau like Humphrey that said, everything I say gonna come to pass. Like it always do. It's gonna come to pass. Cause I studied, man. Cause I studied. Everything I tell y'all gonna come to pass. You're not north. You sit on the western plateau. You sit on the lands. The lands have mountains now. We got mountains. We got mountainous regions. But they're in the tropical areas. Those are highlands. We have our highlands. We have our canyons too. Don't we, Grand Canyon? Don't we, Nevada? We got canyon. See, that's where you set up shop too. In all those open areas, your military subs, y'all gonna run all the jobs y'all wanna run on the world. But white man trying to come late. On Fed decide to ante up and show you what really happened and why those Mongolians run this world. They don't like to be called Mongolian. You call me nigga. I'm talking about all you Mongolians. See, I stood on that Nazca plate for a reason. Okay, Christopher Columbus, he coming to get the Colombian flake. Okay, I'm looking at the cocaine. That's how I started. When I got really deep off into it. I mean, this man got nicotine and cocaine in his system, and they come from the American. Y'all just discovered America. Okay, y'all get the Colombian dope. How these Cubans get up around this Cuban dope? They're not UV. They're not UV melanated people. We absorb UV rays and sit in the sun, working the sun like it ain't shit. That's not you. How you get around this dope? Okay, you can let me go over to the Nazca plate. But they're playing with these Nazca lines. The Nazca lines are the lines geometrically to make a pyramid, to building a pyramid. And these Nazca lines you can see from up top. See what I'm saying? These Nazca lines you can see from up top. And this is the blueprint of building pyramids. And so they call it a Nazca plate because they created some shit called Pangea, and they created these tectonic plates. But the Nazca plate ain't got no land over it. Okay. So I'm gonna sit right here on this Nazca plate till I figure out who got these purple panties. That's that good cocaine. I want to know who got that purple panty. You know, when the police hit it and put it in their little solution, and they go to turn them purple real fast. Like, ooh, shit. You lock him up. They're dumb. Who got that? And I said that's how I figured out. They went to Taiwan. That's the true motherland of these people. Taiwan. And I'm going out on a limb saying that, but I'm gonna prove it. I remember American corporations was shutting down and running all their business overseas in them sweatshops with them little children, them little Mongolian children over there in them sweatshops working the hell out of them. And everything that was coming to America was made in Taiwan, made in Japan, made in China, made in Taiwan, made in Taiwan. Why shit plummeted? Why economy plummeted? But these supposed to be people who care about the United States of America so much and supposed to be philanthropists that want to feed the world. But they shut their corporations down to go make extra money and more money off cheap labor in Taiwan. Why? Because that's their true motherland. They don't understand this shit. They don't see it like I see it. So unrighteous hollering and screaming at ghosts, hollering and screaming at spirits that I feel like should know, but they don't know. So I'm content with it. But I'm just here to let you see it right there. That's true north. Why did right here? Why did grid north? The direction pointing north was along the vertical grid line. All this extra north when north should just be north. North, south, east, west. All the extra. Why they got to use all this extra? Now listen to this. Listen to this definition of magnetic north shifts. Listen to what they say. Due north isn't a separate north. It simply means heading directly towards true north along a meridian. Okay. But due north is dead center, which y'all keep trying to pass over and tilt away from. We talking about straight ahead north. We talking about the true location of Japan and Taiwan. We talking about your true location before you came down out of the mountains. We ain't talking about the white folk. We talking about before you came down out of the mountain. That's why we got earth structures in that east over there. In China, Japan, on them islands, Hawaii, all those islands have melanated earthworks also, because melanated people was on this earth doing God's work before y'all interrupted the natural cycle of nature. And now you're hiding behind nature like you love it and playing a real good role speaking for the sun. That's what's going on. You understand? I told y'all, when I see Japan try to hide their location, then I see white man try to hide his location. It's too late, because you following what Japan do. They make dragon, you make dinosaur. But all y'all are northerners. In Japan, you sit due north. I did the calculations, and it came up to the same calculation I did the other day, but at 23.5, your exact location. But see, when you say Japan, that on the side over there, that little, over there, on the side of China, that little script, that little V, little shape, that look like a vector, say that's your island, that's where you at. No, sir, that's not where you at, sir. Because magnetic north shifts. Huh? How y'all just be shifting and wobbling and all this stuff, man? It ain't no balance in nature. Nature is balanced, man. Peaceful. Y'all disturbing nature with the shit y'all doing. The angle difference between true north and magnetic north is called magnetic declination. What? Okay, it is. Navigation maps include this declination angle so you can convert your compass readings to match real world geography. Who ain't got common sense to know that's bullshit? So now you got to line it back up and match it back up to reality. All y'all do is imaginary and animated, and y'all playing with the world because y'all first corporates. So y'all, I show how y'all the first ones was living in volcanic areas and making up the monsters that we know today, the Godzillas and King Kongs and the little turning into rockets, the rocket ships. Y'all made all that shit up. Mongolians. That's a derogatory term, right? Shit, it's a place called Mongolia. What are you talking about? That's what y'all say y'all phenotype was. You had Negroid. You had Caucasoid. Huh? Then you added the Negroid and you had the Negroid with the African and made us blend in like we the same phenotype. See, we always been a missing phenotype. And the other phenotype was Mongolian. So if that's your phenotype, how is that derogatory? Because you don't want us to get to the truth. Because you don't want us to get to the truth. So you got to realign and convert the compass reading to match the real world geography. Because y'all got it tilted. It ain't no pole. That is not a North Star. That's not your star. And it's not stationary. All stars move. But you want to make an axis there in the sky and place it on the ground. But what you placed on the ground was the melanin of existence that contain those concentric rings that you're playing and saying there are parallels. But that's all that just tripped me out by the little north shit. But I got plenty of shit in this motherfucker today. And I'll be back. East Asian rivals possess physical features often adapted to UV exposed coastal and sub-abundant outdoor environments, such deeply set eyes, prominent nasals, bridges, darker and heavily tanned complexion, and muscular build. See, those are the people that was in these tropical areas. And that's why I got a real problem with the demographics of the world. Because Negroes are potent with having babies. Yeah, we look at a woman hard, she pregnant. So we want 6 months, once y'all came and exiled and took over, your God told you to kill every Negro in this subtropical area you can. Until you get their minds. That's what your God told you to do. That's what y'all did. Because if you came and took some earthworks in the tropical areas, and you are who you say you pretend to be holy, what happened to my people? My theory is that you ate them up, sacrificed them, raped them, everything that the white man took out of you. What y'all do with the people? What did y'all do with my people? And see, I got another theory about all of this. This is why the Skull and Bone organization is so powerful, and you're a part of it. You run that. You run the Jew. The Jap run this shit, y'all. So y'all made cathedrals out of skulls and bones. Y'all made actual temples and cathedrals, and y'all made buildings with chandeliers. The chandeliers even made out of skull and bone. Whose skulls and bones are they? Because we got some missing people. Even when you turn around and write the book, you telling people to leave the skulls and the foreskins of these people at the gate of the kings. I'm just saying. Anyway, you know. And this day, Joe Man. See, I told y'all when I went through that 9 straight that they want to be mythological because they trying to hide themselves. These are Japanese trying to hide themselves. That's why they don't want a 9 straight to be true. And it overlap with them Ainu people. I said, that's who ate the Joe Man up. I got it. I got the video. I shot mad at that. I said, I ain't got to look no further. I know what's going on. See, the Joe Man was the original people in that area that built those earthworks. And they blended a little bit with them Ainu people. You know what I'm saying? And then it just did your thing and get rid of them. And is among the indigenous Ainu people of northern Japan and Hokkaido, while modern mainstream Japanese Yamamoto's people carry roughly 10 to 20% of Joe Man genetics. You see what I'm saying? See, what they got is a hot and a cold Mongolian. Some of them gonna claim, but they do the same thing that the white man do, start playing through the linguistics, separate themselves through languages. But when the Mexicans first came around here to America, they were speaking a language from Japan. See, I just want to know how everybody got up around this weed and this dope. See, that's how I got you. And why you trying to disappear and hide yourself? See, that's how I got you. That's how I got you. But I'm content with it though. If the Pacific Ocean there is no longer official geographic lines, you know what? See, I got to hit Australia. I told you when I get in the Pacific, I ain't finna do this right now. Because when I get in the Pacific, I'm going to sandwich y'all in, and it's going to be common sense. But guess what? My people are not going to get it till it's time for them to get it. When I get in that Pacific, I'm finna sandwich you in. I already done it. You sit due north on the 20th parallel at that same angle, 3.5, and you created all this shit. And you the king of all this shit. Because every rocket ever built, they had to buy from you. And if it was a space, you supposed to have been there. And you was the first one there. Green screen. You was the first one there in animation and fakery. And after you ran your spaceship, you came down and started selling this dream to everybody about shooting rockets guy and then going into space. Because you the dragon that gave the beast the power to send my people into wonder, because you couldn't kill all us all. One that you keep cracking his crown, but he keep coming back because you can't kill him. is let the beast lead us into wonder. It's in the scriptures. I read through it. I read through all your signs, your symbols, your angles, your axes. I read through it like I'm reading Harry with the white spots, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that was one of my favorite books when I was a youngster. I read it like I read Harry the Dirty Dog because it ain't nothing but cartoon animation. Because everything you do, everything you put out here is not reality. See, God is here in this realm with us in the physical. He's not supernatural. And that's the niche. Mr. Annie. That's why I Annie up by myself. Because I know people ain't gonna get it, but I see. So why Australia ain't got no grids, geographical grids going around to this east? Because that's your cutoff point. And see, this is how you're gonna have to make east be west and west be east. And eliminate the rest of the water that we want to see. If you in the east, you should be in the Eastern Pacific. If you on the east, but you on Northwest Pacific, no, that's the east. So that's why I get jumbled up right there. They've been confusing me for a long time. But I just ain't never been ready to dig into it. But I'm content now. I'm gonna go ahead on and go to the Pacific and show y'all some things. Real. Listen to this. In the Pacific Ocean, there are no major official geographic lines known directly as the Southeast Australian parallel. Why isn't it? However, depending on the context, the concept usually points to one of three things: extending 36 south into the Pacific. Okay, do that. Where are the grid lines? Where are the latitude and longitude off Australia? I told Australia got to get y'all too. So this is why they took Hawaii. This is why Hawaii got so much important with NASA. This is why they started playing. These Mongolians. This is why they run the world. Because they came first. Got up around all the dope first. Medicines and shit first. Then getting it. I showed y'all all that. Anyway. Across the Southeast Australian, forming a straight between New South Wales and Victoria. That ain't Padres. They Padres set up over there too, through there. Victoria and the Wales there, so the beast over there with y'all there, then y'all come up with that thing called Eurasia. I had some babies that you call European and gave them a little Asian. That's what y'all got going on. And continues directly east across the Tasman Sea and marginal sea of the South Pacific. The South Pacific, you know what I'm saying? So why we can't go east? Why ain't no grid lines going east to these folks? It's the cutoff point. Y'all ain't figured it out yet. Y'all better hurry up for unfair coming. Y'all gonna make some up though. Watch I make some new shit. I've been watching y'all make up new shit when I say certain things. I said, now that's damn like they listening to me or something. They listening to everybody though. Every time you say something, it's a discrepancy. They got to come put another zero, another equation, another MILF, and another, to deter the discrepancy that you come up with, because it's fake. When you be dealing with truth, it's going to be truth going to stand all the way up. But now you got to realign and compute and get it to get back to the real location, geographical location in the real world. Because y'all ain't the real world. The world represents the humanity. The whole world means how long humanity has existed. We are the world. See? And we the third dimension. Not your globe, not that water you talking about. Anyway. Know what I'm talking about? Anyway. It's all there right there. That should be, now you should begin to wrap around. You should begin to wrap around from the east and get back on the backside of that ball and come on back around over here. That's why you think it was getting to Japan so fast from California during the war. But when I see it, y'all don't catch it. You get to Japan right there to California, how you think about airplane? Pow, 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 pow. They go get right there. Now stop playing. anyway, man, stop playing. What I say? What I say ain't real. No, Hawaii is in Central Pacific. Oh, it's in the Central Pacific. That means the center. So what you saying? While Japan and Australia are in the West Pacific, how they in the West Pacific? Oh, so you want me to just say, no, from the west, the water right, so it's the west. The water in the west. So now you want to say the Pacific in the back on the back of the ball. So now it's east, and now you in the Western Pacific. See how y'all gonna goddamn see, I'm finna sandwich y'all in. You should be in the Eastern Pacific. The east is the east and the west is the west. Your ball don't turn, so your ball turn 180 degrees that way, then your ball turn back around and start reversing going the other way. That's why we catch y'all sometimes spinning the globe the wrong way. Yeah, I got it documented. Yeah, I got you. Y'all spin the globe the wrong way sometimes. People don't even catch it. Well, y'all something else. And I'm something else too. Content. See, I ain't none of the other YouTube content. I'm content with what I know. And I ain't gonna keep hollering and arguing at y'all, bro. I ain't gonna keep hollering. Y'all get it, y'all go. Because I need no views. One view I get, I need to be somebody that's gonna take a little understanding to what I'm trying to put out. Hawaii, located in Central Pacific Ocean, they part of the Polynesian. See, this is why they took Australia. See, Australia was a continent, and they had to be some people that were interested in what they call conspiracy theorist type people that was on the edge. So they just said, went on, just said Oceania the continent. The ocean is the continent. So y'all gonna play with water? No, Australia was the continent. Now they ain't got no grids on Australia. Excuse my language, huh? Japan located in the Northwest Pacific of the eastern coast of Asia. Eastern coast of Asia, so why you ain't in the Eastern Pacific? Huh? Australia located in the southeast, in the southwest Pacific Ocean and the Indian Ocean. See, it's one body, ocean is one body of water, bro, 100% flat. So why we can't go east of Asia when not Asia, Australia? Where the rest of the grid is at? We want to go around, we trying to go around the ball, that we got to throw it out. East refers to a region closest to the Americas, the Eastern Pacific. So now the West Coast becomes the East Coast. So the Western waters become Eastern waters. That's how y'all gonna compensate for the backside of that water that y'all can't produce. Oh, this how y'all did it. Us got no pretend. We're not going. California, Mexico, South America, and the islands, like, see, and that's why Argentina, I told y'all Argentina is very important right here. They got to dominate some of these areas strategically. They can't let some areas go, period. That's why you got flight restriction, water restrictions, land restrictions. You can't go certain places because you're gonna be able to common sensely put their animation to build Japan. This is what they come up with. But how you come up with that? Here's a facial reconstruction of the depiction of the oldest Jomon people based on skeletal remains and modern DNA recovery. How they come up with that there? How they come up with Victoria? Huh? See, I'm fed don't come to play, man. I'm fed don't play, man. I do this shit for real, bro. I've been telling y'all a long time. This is what I do. I'm an information guy. Shout out to my man. I'm an information guy. I don't mean use your shit. That's my shit. I'll take that back. I ain't the information guy, but I stick to information. See? And see, I bring receipts. Y'all can't stand it. I'm gonna show y'all something before I go right quick. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna bring all this to you. I can't do my AY. Hey, I said, that's what you do when you're greeting that sun over there. Hey, the I-N is the I. Looking at God face to face when he come in the morning over the horizon. Thanking him for another day. You do when you wake up in the morning, you just out of cultural tradition. When you thank God for being here in the morning, that's what you be doing. That's what you're supposed to be doing. But they interrupt your cultural acts. They interrupt your the ancient morning chat honoring the rising sun as the giver of light and life and balance. We ain't tilted, it's balance. In many indigenous and mound traditions, greeting the sun in the morning was a daily ritual to align personal energy with the cosmos. Here is the morning chat inspired by those. The morning chat inspired by those sacred solar traditions. You solar beings, you 666 ass niggas. You hear me? But damn what I want to show y'all though. He said, greet the light, return his brain life to the sacred earth seat. That's what you were doing. You AY, but now you're AI. You was AI. You was hey, and then waving your arm in the direction of the path of the sun over the lands. That's the path that Jesus walked. The path of the sun. He walking the path of the sun. The sun ain't following Jesus. Jesus following the path of the sun. Get out of that title. You don't want no problem. Because I'm content. I'm trying to seek and not show y'all where I got it. I want to show y'all the 13 countries. I want to show y'all the 13. I want to show you, they got that queen over there. That pad over there. That Prince Charles, that Vladimir Impeller descendant there. So you got both of these people in the castle. They ain't pure up in there. They done lost the blue eyes and blonde hair. They ain't got out of the way a little bit. That's why they got out of the European Union. They get on back over there, do some ancestors and build their power back up in the next 50, 100 years. Got through there. But they about to become they got some elite that don't want to get the house. But anyway, truth don't need no help. I can't find it. I ain't gonna try to find it. I'll wait. I will wait. Cause I got the 13. It started right there with Oregon. Washington at the top there, then little strip of Idaho there, Montana there, going on across Michigan, through there, the Lake Erie there, through there. See, Lake Erie, that separation right there from north and the western plateau down through there. We're not north. Not for. Y'all have a good morning, man. If you ain't to the plane north, you're the western plateau. From the north, from a distance. 23.5. I'm gonna show y'all some calculations. Same calculation I came up with. I just pinpointed, man, to be due north. No wrong to baby. It's unfair. They don't do it for dollars. And I ain't no scholar. I said, boom.